Here are the top stories of today. India-Ghana ties strengthened as Prime Minister Modi received top honour. Government clarifies Shillong hawker relocation is enforcement, not eviction. Shillong cracks down on roadside parking under new urban policy. And 3 remanded in Rajar Varma murder case. The news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi thanked the people and government of Ghana for conferring upon him the Officer of the Order of the Star of Ghana, one of the country's highest civilian honors. He dedicated the recognition to the bright future of the youth, their aspirations, the rich culture diversity of both nations, and the deep historical ties between India and Ghana. Prime Minister Modi reaffirmed India's commitment to strengthening bilateral relations and continuing its role as a trusted friend and development partner of Ghana. With the July 22nd deadline approaching for the relocation of hawkers from Shillong's Kandailat area, Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Sangma has clarified that the initiative is an enforcement, not an eviction drive. The government is encouraging voluntary compliance and has offered support schemes and proper vending zones. Dhar expressed confidence in the hawkers' cooperation but warned that non-compliance would invite legal action. He stressed that the goal is to balance public order with vendor welfare.
We will see when time comes. Let us move for this fast phase as per the, you know very well, all the 760 of them. And yes, process will continue. So we will see, we work accordingly. Make sure all hawker will be placed in the right position already. Yes, maybe one time, one shot is not so easy for us, but we are trying to see and help our hawker in such a manner that maybe not to the mark as they want, but we are trying to do the best from the government side. We are fully confident because we are doing for the right thing for you people of the state as a whole. I want my cities to be clean, neat and clean, and we should be living discipline, and that's why we are not throwing them out. We are working nicely in such a manner to put them in the right place.
The Meghalaya government has started enforcing the Meghalaya parking policy for urban areas 2025, which bans roadside parking in key parts of the city. Urban Affairs Minister Sangma confirmed that strict enforcement is underway, stating no vehicles will be allowed to park directly on roads. The policy, introduced earlier this year, promotes regulated paid parking zones to replace unconstructed street parking. Dhar noted early improvements and said more progress will follow as the city adapts.
And that's why if you compare from for the last few months, what improved? There is no one parking right in the middle of the road. Yes, maybe not one shot at one time. So hopefully it will be improved properly. Don't worry. We will do. It's a continuous process to correct our nature. I especially personally from my side, I always request my people of the city, please cooperate with the government to avoid all this traffic jam. It is a collective responsibility. We are here to work for the people, point number one. And thanks for what they always cooperate us also. Yes, there is some challenges here and there. That's no problem. There is challenges, but we always work with challenges. And hopefully, we will be able to achieve the goal one day with all of us will be collectively responsible. And what we are doing now, that's why we already passed recently about the parking policy of the road parking in the city. It's only on the job. Not implementing now.
The district court remanded Silom James, a co-accused in the Rajar Varma murder case, to 14 days of judicial custody, while flat owner Lokendra Tomar and security guard Balbir Ahirbar were sent to 7 days each. All 3 were produced in court the same evening. Investigators suspect the trio helped prime accused Sonam Raghuvanshi Raja's wife evade capture and conceal evidence after she allegedly took refuge at Tomar's residence. The Migallia Youth Federation Mairang Zone has filed a complaint with the DC of East and West Khasi Hills after discovering out of state workers without valid work permits at the Jal Jeevan Mission site in Umthet Binder. The inspection, led by MYF President Rajar Varma, also found delays in the project's implementation. The DC has assured action and given a 1-month timeline to resolve the issue.
Ni dina bahagi khasiru di bentrai. Kat karukom ni de ben ai lang kan di khasi bikinanya trai. Rebun ting ni dawan ni wan ni i bitang de khar sudah. Pat dia kata ini dak langsung kajing sukia bat nga dawaru ya kan company ke CGM kan kenang ban kan perungkam lam yaki kena khasi jungi ba pinang yo bentrai lan hakan ikra. CGM.
The Federation of Khasi Jaintia and Garo People, West Khasi Hills District Unit, led by President Pinchai Kharbani, submitted a memorandum to the District Medical and Health Officer demanding improved health care facilities across the district. Key issues raised include the need for essential medicines in PHCs, CHCs and sub-centers, provision of ambulances, a dialysis unit at Nongstoin Civil Hospital, operationalization of the MCH Hospital in Nongstoin, and completion of pending sub-centers. The DM and HO assured that the demands would be forwarded for action.
Yang ni kadang katan ki mad ikjinge be kenduk nak por khamtam habai dei jingduna palat jong kali kit nongpang ambulans pergi jing bomdon ro kali kit mediap apo kani ka dong katan ka jingi apo West Khasi Hill ti kani ka kali kit nongpang kalong badon kam palat kada duna nadu nongsten civil hadu ki PEC bapar habai dei bat ke jingduna ki dawai haki PEC civil bat hadu ki subsentaro bagane ru kadai kawai ka ba bu jinge ya ki pajba kadong kathan ka jungi tinggal agar padro ba ide ben penbiang ya ki dawai ban penpoi tikena haki PEC bapar i labu ru ka jeng kerpad ya i madam bala dalong ka bala ban bu no kawai ka jaka ban le dialysis hapo West Khasi Hill.
Wailat Miki Shilla, Juwai MLA and chairman of MUDA, donated 2 lakhs from his MLA scheme to the Senraj Juwai Women's Welfare Organization during the Silver Jubilee celebration of its crèche. As chief guest, Shilla praised the organization's 25th years of service to working mothers and felicitated the first batch of students and faculty. The event featured performances by crèche children and the women's group. Dr. Wa Isa Sumer, chairperson of the organization, reflected on his journey since 2016. Shilla also announced the state government's approval for a working women's hostel in Jaintia.
Women working hostel Ini dia jauh angkat MD blok di Monday, mana di bar, namun bar yang dijual dari kesor jual yang ini. Yo pun sup yang di Monday, yo pun ini ke bor, yo ini ke cintri rumit tuhan.
The Migallia Poultry Farmers and Welfare Association voiced strong concern over a breach of protocol by a veterinary officer at the Bernihut Veterinary Office, who allegedly countersigned poultry certificates issued in Assam without proper testing. In a meeting with Animal Husbandry Secretary SC Sadhu, the association member William Dingdo demanded immediate action, calling for a complete ban on poultry imports into Meghalaya, warning that such lapses could lead to disease outbreaks. He also urged the department to clarify whether the officer acted independently or under orders, stressing the need for accountability.
Hakani certificate veterinary officer who were in charge of Birmingham dispensary will issue countersign, which is Kamdan provision haka law haka act jong the rules ba khilaf ban countersign. Kalong lada wanra ya kamar support destination they been inspect, they been test ya kitu But nangta sa issue ka sanitary certificate ka ba long fit for consumption me em.
Public Health Engineering Minister Marcus N. Marak assured that steps will be taken to address the ongoing water scarcity issue in Rinja locality. The assurance came during a meeting with Rinja Rangbashnong Ediwar, former KHADC CEM Pinyat Singh Seim, and members of the Dorbar Shnong's Executive Committee. Speaking to reporters, War expressed satisfaction with the minister's prompt and positive response, stating that a team led by the chief engineer will soon inspect the area to assess the water shortage. The inspection is expected to take place next week.
Honorable Ministers in charge of PHE, nilai kedua, nilai keren, nilai personal yang cikgu jumlah profesional di buat sontenan hakaba respons ke jumlah kalau ke setiap ada kata hakaba ilap keluar ban ya keren ban pak ya ki officials ke jumlah dan bentar ban baik ban bende ban nanti kena aku nu baka kata ke jindu nak profesional kanwan rak masuk ke kapia profesional lesi nak kalian ke jumlah itu pinok punya profesional lagi buat ni penpau ke semua bagi jingai kubule ya minister iba simkhia ke ni kakam hakaba nginget tak kacing simkhia ke jom'i ke department concern ke beriban pet ya ke hapok snong lesi kum bakalong bat ke kum kat kum pejing keren ke bangi keren kanwan ra ya ke jimha hapok snong atau
North Shillong MLA Adelbert Nongrum has extended his support to the state's government's initiative to relocate street vendors and hawkers to designated vending zones, citing the inconvenience caused to pedestrians in current vending areas while acknowledging the vendors' need to earn a livelihood. He stressed the importance of providing them with proper spaces. However, Nongrum criticized the government for failing to consult him before the eviction drive, despite his role as the local representative.
Aku arban bu jingkli ya sarkaru ka keep on neglecting yang aku bemeli nak support nam soye tabah ki hard times mo ka hardship ki problem arises na tangan apa tekting am tibi namar ba nak yang sarkaru ini ka kami tu orang di kamtap yang ada lokal lemeli baju kopor orang di opposition benar ini hapi Thailand kan namar ngapal beli nadi aduh mentau buat yang sarkar di banyak orang habiro nadi ban baik ngaban baik nak di sabar nak di pos sarkar waktu kadi ka kamera pujang aku bagi.
The inaugural ceremony of PA Sangma, Ambang College, the first degree college in Dadangre, was held today at Dilsegre Secondary School, which will serve as its temporary campus. James K. Sangma, chair of MIDC, graced the occasion as chief guest. Sangma highlighted its importance for local youth and its future potential with support from the PA Sangma Foundation. He emphasized hopes for NAC accreditation and the swift construction of a permanent campus. The college marks a new chapter in higher education for Dadangre, empowering youth across the region. Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 32 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80%. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 18.2 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 98%. Meanwhile, in Juwai, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 80%. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Juwai says that moderate rain and thunder shower is likely to occur at most places. Before we wind up, let's have a look at the headlines once again. India-Ghana ties strengthen as Prime Minister Modi received top honor. Government clarifies Shillong hawkers, relocation is enforcement, not eviction. Shillong cracks down on roadside parking under new urban policy. And 3 remanded in Rajar Varma murder case. Well, viewers, that's all we have in today's edition of the news. Do join us again tomorrow with more updates. Have yourself a good night.